And now we do a salty run back. Hope we get a better time. Or should I say, I hope we get to 46. That means we can't have a bad B fight. A bad B fight will be immediately reset. Then I can't keep going. Unless I'm only losing like 2 seconds, that's pretty much it. Or 5 seconds. 5 seconds ain't bad for a B fight. As long as we don't screw up the rest of the run. I should probably practice 1-3 after watching that tapes. I did practice it yesterday, last night. Last night I couldn't stop thinking about this after dying in perils because it was a really good pace and died in the perils and me freaking out. Like I didn't had enough time to think what to do after let the platform moving. Okay, it's been nice to side land on that tire chunk. Dun, dun, dun. Only Android has the power to control OBS. So that's the only problem I'm dealing with making that roll. You know, Bully Mario, which is me, can show his true form. I have a true form. That's when I get bigger with jack muscles. When I hold a what do you call this thing? When I hold a stick. It's gonna be one of my S&W ROM hacks. ROM hack, my bad. I was trying to say it right. On guard the swordfish. Yeah, I left the park early. I went to the park today around 1. Well, I went around 1:30 a.m. I mean 1:30 p.m. Then I left early around 5. That's why I could just do this because I couldn't stop thinking about screwing up the PB I got the PB I couldn't get yesterday. Because perils like to ruin people's life. And it ruined my life yesterday. So that's why I didn't get the 36, because I bumped there. The all 4s in were 6. 44, 44. That's cool. But not the time I wanted though, but we're gonna take it. I did a lot better than Coral Capers. Oops. You need to lurk and get some dinner. Alright, Geo lurking dinner. Yeah, I ate before stream. Well, that was my lunch. Oops. I haven't had dinner yet, but I will have some dinner after stream. I would do something else on stream, but I don't have my Nintendo Wii with me. It's at my parents' house. Unless I want to play Ice Age again. I could play Ice Age again if I want to. But nah, we'll save that for next time. Save that for next week. On the next Friday if I don't go to the park on Friday. I'm going slow again. Hate when I'm moving slow in this stage. Actually, if the stage wasn't bad, nobody would have any complaints about this stage. Yeah, I knew that was gonna make it. It's a tell. There's some reason I haven't even haven't pressed the reset button during the run. So yeah, this is how this run goes. I try not to make mistakes along the way. That did mess up the camera a little bit. Where are rats? Imagine never dissecting a rat during lab class. Like I said, a frog before. Oops. Kind of at the wrong time. I remember that part used to eat my rose on the SNES version of this game. For trying to hit that snake. It The Super Nintendo version of DKC1 is really buggy. Because sometimes it will eat your rolls and your jumps, or mostly your rolls. That's why it's a broken game. That's why you can do long warps. That's why you can do mat warps. That's why you can do super jumps, SJRs, jump rows. Oh, come on! Come on, man. Saying hello to the stupid bird and the stupid OMG, man. Losing that sub to 20, man. I'm sick of flying creatures. Think they're better than us out here, man. That's why I don't do high spawns. High spawns ruins everything, man. I just don't feel like resetting, that's why. Continuing. We just gotta go beast mode on the beef fight. Ain't beast mode is the word I'm looking for. I also would like to go hard on 80% now, including basement, not basement, knockout. Bull Drum Alley, that's what I like to say. Winky's Children's, by the way. Let's go espresso. Using animal buddies on GBA is easier to recover compared to the Super Nintendo version of all the DKC trilogies. Because they usually take off fast on the Super Nintendo version. I don't know about Squidder. I'm pretty sure for Ungar he takes off really fast. And Espresso. They took off really fast. And you take damage. Oh, snap. I was trying to do that one strat. So I can try to get faceless, whatever you call it. When they play that one part of the song. Like after the intro of the song. Oh, not much making that jump. Ah, I forgot to go for the thing. Oh, lesson learned. It's the most remember it because I usually don't go for it. Music. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Most remember it from the second one. Yep, that's why we went for it. Will the queen bee be kind? Interesting. I had this dream about this beef fight. Interesting spawn. We'll take it. The third hit is really hard. That dream I had. No, was it the third or the second hit? I don't know. They were just rotating like it was nothing, man. In that dream I had, fighting that boss. Didn't shoot upwards that time. Oops. Yes, my sister is so good. The sister I don't really have. I don't have a sister or a brother. Bird croc skip. So we grab on guard again. Yeah, we got some helicopters in the background. It's hard to hear the video game because of the helicopter. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Helicopter, helicopter. I don't know if I'm familiar with that song. It's pretty much the same. Let's go espresso. Okay. I'm making that, huh? Oh wow. Guess we're not wrapping them. Yeah, curse espresso. Curse you, espresso, the ostrich. You know, he did die. Guess he couldn't avoid the barrel. Couldn't avoid the barrel. That's what happened. That's not gonna make it. I hate when that don't make it. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go for this. Alright, he's gonna take damage, that's good. Crusher is so thick, by the way. Thick Crusher. It's a good thing he does not turn red like the one in DKC 2. The one in DKC 3 doesn't also turn red, and there's also not a strong one in DKC 3. It's just pretty much blue, just like the blue guy. Well, it's a darker red guy. Just like there's a great question here. Alright, we're back green again. It's good to be green again. I don't like being... Oh, man, my nose. I don't like being red. You know, red is my favorite color, but... Ugh, I hate that. I hate when that happens. Gotta be doing the laundry. Gotta be doing the laundry. Gotta be doing the laundry. Gotta be doing... Oh, we're just gonna wait. And go for the second one. Yeah, just like that. See that? We made it. It's a jail. The ambulance. They coming for me, man. They think this run is too sick. Enjoy platform, right, by the way. Chunky's dead. He's gone, boy. Nah, I'm not going for it. I was too scared. Thanks for that on the beaver. I don't feel like dying, that's why I didn't wait for it. Or if I don't make that jump, or if I don't hit the bird. I am Crunch. Chunky's dead. Oh, what's up, Canadian Milk? Thanks for the GO and HF. I mean, HF, I was trying to say it right. We PB earlier, only by 10 seconds. But not the PB that we wanted, though. And that is just a salty run back. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going the swordfish. I don't remember if Mensa was there right before the Jump Junior. Because I used to get owned by the Jump Junior in this version. Every time I make it to this stage. So my yesterday run, lost on guard on this stage. Move up a little bit. Oh! Ah, oh, come on, not like this, man, not like this. Stupid water Randy wants to run the run. Yay! Look at Donkey, man. And now I gotta do this next stage with DK. Yeah, I wasn't high enough. Yeah, doing this stage with DK is really cringe because he is not great making that. Okay, he avoided the snake that time. But he is not great avoiding that snake. We're definitely gonna be losing time. We see how World 6 goes. Let's see how World 6 goes. Because we're not gonna be saving any time after what happened. This is just like yesterday, losing on guard on the first half. Oops. There's no way I can go for that thing now. Just remember that guy. No previous kid no more. Even though this run is occasionally did, we don't know how it's gonna look in World 6. Right now we in beast mode now. Oh, I forgot. Supposed to jump off the rope. Gotta be doing the laundry. I gotta be doing the laundry. Gotta be doing the laundry. Like I said, Ungar's not the best animal buddy compared to Winky. I took damage from my PB right there between those birds. think that's 10 seconds. I don't know. We'll find out. Either 10, between 10 or 20, I don't know. I'm not an expert of timing. Yep. Nine seconds, alright. Lost 9 seconds because of Poison Pond. Just like yesterday. But I was already green yesterday. Enjoy your platform ride. So I wait to hear the story again about I couldn't beat this stage back in 2006 when I was a kid. Since I was 6 or 7 years old, that me and my cousins played together. Couldn't get past this stage, well, mostly the second half of the stage. And then 2009, my cousins gave me this game, and I was able to beat the stage and the whole game. So that's the story. Chunky stick. I still have not played DK64 yet, or the Banjo games. This is my second DK game I played after King of Swings for the Game Boy Advance. Hello, Chai Chung. Goodbye, Chai Chung. So, Canadian Milk, would you ever run Warpless for this game? I gotta focus on the stage. Can't reach out and do two things at once. This is one of the stages that you need to use your brain. DKC 102 GBA soon. Alright. I thought about doing that too. I'm definitely gonna be doing DKC 3 GBA 103%. Heckage and all, by the way, he's too slow in this game. And also for SNES 2, the Super Nintendo of DKC 3, I'm definitely gonna do 103% on both versions. But first I gotta practice, that's all I have to do first, so I know what to do in that game. Because I'm not really bad at DKC 3 compared to 2, because DKC 3 is one of my favorite DK games. Well, DKC trilogy games for the Game Boy and the Super Nintendo. If I'm not counting Returns and Drop, or Freeze. Even though I like those games. But Returns is kind of unforgiving for some stuff, because Tinky Tong World 5-4 is unforgiving because they didn't put the DK barrel at the last part of the stage, and when you fight Tiki Tong and DKR, there's no DK barrel before the bar. That's like really unforgiving, especially for beginner players. I don't know who came with that idea. Like, you had to do to only get the backup DK barrel, you had to do the entire stage again, like do the rocket barrel section. Way unforgiving. snake. Lucky snake. Lucky snake. Alright, now we gotta do is not choke in perils if I make it to perils. Can this run makes it and beat perils without dying? Cause I had 2 deaths on that PB today. Well, they were short deaths. They weren't like wide deaths like I had yesterday. Ooh, what happened to that? Ooh. Somehow I still live. Let me scroll up. Your older brother got a Super Nintendo with DKC when he was 5 for Christmas. Oh, let me do this troll stage. I first played this game. Well, I played King of Strings first, and then I played this game for the GBA. I first played the Super Nintendo version in 2012. Right before I discovered the Super Nintendo. I didn't know there was this interesting. I didn't know there was a Super Nintendo version of this game, along with the other 2. Because when I was a kid, I grew up playing the Game Boy Advance games. And the DS and the GameCube. I grew up playing the GameCube also. And the Nintendo Wii. The DS was my favorite. Except for I never did play any Donkey games on the Nintendo DS except for Mario vs. DK, the mini whatever you call that game. Mario vs. Donkey Kong 3. I'm just gonna say that. First one is for the GBA, second one is for the DS. Also, chat is kind of moving. I'll probably read that later when I'm not too focused. Can't do 2 things at once. You know, this is a spooky stage. I had a death there earlier. But we're not dying this time, or we come. Yeah, Diddy Kong, thanks for grabbing that DK bell. Thanks for grabbing that. I'm not going for that big jump. That jump is too cringe. Ah, I was supposed to muscle memory. Alright. Returns on the Wii with the wiggle motion was something else. It was good controllers, but found doing time trials. Yeah, time trials are like, well, especially for some stages, time trials like from Forgiven because like you start with solo DK, and also it doesn't restart the stage when you die, like in Trop. I don't know what bird I hit first. But I did play the heck out of that game too. Returns. Ooh, nice gold. That means we're getting the 46 today, guys. With that slow poison pawn. I don't mind the motion controllers for returns because I'm kind of very used to it. But my younger twin cousin, he would struggle with that game. But when I played New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii, I also had to use motion controllers just to spin jump. Oh! Yeah, the voice acting from DK64. Yeah, thank you. Imagine if they had Japanese voice acting in DK64 and Mario Sunshine instead of just English. Even though I can't speak Japanese or any other language. I first heard this song on Super Smash Bros. For the Wii, and then this. If I had my Wii, I would have played that game next. Alright, don't celebrate yet, because we gotta go for fake credit skip. I haven't failed the fake credit skip recently. Unless we're doing it now. Nice. First try, by the way. Sounds to sing the same language. Can't believe this is allowed in this category. This right here. Like you dying like a death warp. I guess that don't really count, I guess. Nice run, a nice gold. 46 and 46, but 58. GG! Whee! Yeah, thanks for the GG. Alright, let me see what you say. You and your older brother got a Super Nintendo with DDC when you was 5 for Christmas. The only levels you managed to beat was ODA and TTT. What's TTT and ODA? I can't remember the stage. And antics. Tomorrow, elevator antics. That's trying to reach your previous message. Fire one. Oh, Snowbird Blast. Old Drum Alley, my bad, Old Drum Alley. 5-2. Yeah. I remember when I first did Old Drum Alley as a kid. I was like really confused about the final section, about the fire section. You know what I'm talking about? It was like some pattern. 5-2 was no biggie. After visiting Tank Up Trouble in 6-1, the stage I couldn't beat for a while until 2009. Well, after 2006, when my cousins moved back to Pittsburgh, well, actually they were visiting and then they went back to Pittsburgh. I haven't played that game for like 3 years. But between those years, I was playing DKC 3 for the GBA and skipped DKC 2 for some reason. I first played DKC 2 for the GBA was 2012, I think, along with DKC 1 for the Super Nintendo. But I beat the Super Nintendo version of DKC 1 in 2014. I was like, everything feels different. Even the bosses feel different. I was like, when I first fought the bee fight, I was like, that bee is way easier than this version. Like, I even beat it in one go. That's kind of crazy. And when I first played this version, when I started at World 4, I thought I was at World 2, because I never visited World 3 until we went to World 3. Package and all, by the way. when I first fought the bee, I was struggling with my cousins. I was like, how we beat that bee fight? That was right before I discovered the quick cycle. Make yourself at home. Can't believe he PB twice today. Not a single reset. That's crazy, isn't it? Not a single reset. So what did I lose time on? I lose time in World 6. I mean World 5. Poison Pond. Lost time in World 2 on the Neki boss because on the final hit hit him too slightly early. That's why I lost 4 seconds in World 2. Because the stupid bird think he better than me out here. The flying living beings think they're better than us out here, man. They can fly high in the sky. But we had a good beat too. We didn't screw up on the bee fight on that run. Or the last run. So yeah, that was the run. Question is, should I run it back? And see if I could do it 3 times in a row without resetting the game. However, that will be the last one today. If I don't make it past my carnage. Oh, let me do this real fast. Whoa, it's a gnat. That must have got its way in through my window. Through the screen window. Because they itty bitty tiny bugs that I hate so much. I hate tiny bugs. Think they're better than us out here, man. 45. Not a single death. Except for me, Moon Slow and Poison Pond.